In this video, I try Gold Leaf for the first time and it's gonna be epic. Especially because this video is epically sponsored by Call of Duty. They just reached out and wanted my help to celebrate the game in a fun and unique way. And I've been looking at Gold Leaf for a long time and it felt really fitting that one of their main visual hero characters, Ghost, has a Night War black cell skin with gold trim all around him. It just looks really cool and I thought would be an awesome piece. This is Gold Leaf. I've got a lot of it. I've never used it. Ooh, it's very gold. Check that out.
I think it's made of gold.
Actual gold?
Yeah.
This stuff is like really delicate. Just get stuck into it, shall we? Leafing size or size. So this is our first little experiment. Again, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna make a guess right now. And that guess is, it needs to dry a little and be tacky before I put the gold leaf on. That's probably the opposite of how to do. This is a gentle touch medium. I'm not a gentle touch kind of artist. How much can we rush this? You ready? Not that much. Too rushed. I ruined it. Off to a good start, I'd say. Now, yes, my approach is chaotic, but I genuinely like to fling myself headfirst into a medium and piece because I like to know how aggressive I can be. So by starting off aggressive and then winding my way back to being reasonable, sort of gives me a barometer as to how much I can get crazy. This time around, I'm working on a larger surface area and with less goopy glue being layered down. Now, it is drying, or at least it has the appearance of drying, but judging by the stuff I got stuck on my fingers, it stays tacky for a really long time. But even with the challenges that I'm already giving myself, this is really satisfying to put down. But I am not gonna brush away the rest yet. I wanna give it a bit longer for a chance to dry. So knowing that I'm going to work on some more mixed media pieces, I want to paint with some other gold paints and pigments to see how they look next to the gold leaf. So if I want to accentuate with gold paint, I want to see what works with it. And then of course, just some other acrylic paint swatches, because obviously it's not just going to be black and gold, even though they're going to be the main elements of the pieces. Okay, so the purpose of these swatches is to see what the color and what the acrylic and enamel golds look like next to an actual gold piece with the gold leaf. So we'll brush off our gold leaf and hopefully we get an idea as to what looks cool. Supposed to rough it? Okay, okay. Hey, that's doing something. That's pretty cool. That looks really cool. What's interesting to me is even though some of these paint golds are really like quite vibrant, they pale in comparison next to the gold leaf. And they almost like don't look metallic compared to the gold leaf. With that said, the color stands out more on the black than I expected. So maybe for a bit of pop here or there, I gotta be careful though, because I need the gold to sing, to be the centerpiece. I've done a double. I'm gonna check out some references and see what I can learn. And I'm gonna do a couple of dives and see how much we can get out of this gold leaf stuff. I mean, look at that. A white page with a graphite illustration and gold leaf accent. And that's cool. They're using tape. I have used so much gold leaf at this point and in so many different ways. Here are top tips. Okay, hit me. Wait 24 to 48 hours before you brush the gold leaf away. They're tips, they're not rules. I want to give that a go. That seems interesting. This glue is like kind of half set, so I'm just gonna shove that down. Let's grab a sheet of gold leaf, grab a brush, and yeah, shove it. I'm not waiting 24 to 48 hours. Look at this. That was 10 seconds. 24 to 48 hours. Watch me. Now I thought I'd start off by making a bit of a landscape. Landscapes aren't usually my forte, but I had a picture in mind of like a golden sunset at the end of a street, been fractured by battle, with a lone warrior walking away from or towards the scene. Now, even though I knew I wouldn't really use the gold paint in conjunction with the gold leaf based on my dabbles, I decided to use it as a foundation and something to follow on to create areas to stick gold leaf to later. This will serve not only to really create a clear guide and give me a hint at the aesthetic that it's going to look like, but also if there are any areas of gold leaf that maybe have a few gaps or holes or cracks, it at least will show through to gold underneath. Mixing in the golds with my black and whites to create both earthy colors and a sort of tint that would have a touch of the metallic in it. I wanted to create points of reflection around the image, because it's not just the sky that's gold, but that sky will be reflected in the windows on some of the buildings. That would also mean I could make them look a bit smashed or damaged, some puddles on the ground. And then I painted the foreground with that same golden color and then started to heavily apply black to create shadows, leaving the gold as highlight around the edges. Then I went throughout the piece, added a few more distinct shadows, and with most of it now defined, it was a matter of really bringing out the key feature of this piece, the gold. Creating as few seams as possible, really even coverage. I came back the next day to brush away the gold and see if our scene comes to life. Now we go back in time to piece number 2, which I started obviously on the same day that I did piece number 1. Now with this one, I did a really textured, hot background that would allude to the heat of battle. In the foreground, the character himself is pretty minimal on details, especially throughout the black of his suit, which I think is really cool and is going to give room for the gold on the character to really stand out. Then, just as with my other piece, laying down a gold paint foundation that I could then, when dry, apply my glue and my gold. Like my other piece, I set this one aside overnight to fully dry, came back the next day to remove the gold leaf, and really cross my fingers this ends up looking cool because I really liked the piece before the gold. Let's just hope the gold takes it to a new level. As cool as those reveals look, a gold leaf painting just looks cooler like when you organically move around in light. There's sometimes like I'll make an artwork like the 3D illusion piece I did, like anything where like the space or lighting affects the piece just looks cooler doing this. This was really fun. I've never tried gold leaf and the result I think speaks for itself. I reckon it's really cool, especially layering it and stuff. There's so much that can be done with it. Huge thank you to Call of Duty for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching. That is it for now. Make sure to smash that like button and until next time, I'll see you later.